Hello, it's Tony here once again, and we're back. We're back to have a look at another panel showcase. This time in the Zenith CH701. We're here sitting on the runway in Papua New Guinea. Actually, I don't think we're in Papua New Guinea. We're in Papua, the west part of the large island there. But similar terrain to Papua New Guinea, and we're going to take a quick flight over to the legendary Bugalaga. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but we're in a STOL aeroplane, so hopefully it'll be okay. Never tried it in this particular aeroplane, so it's very bold, but we'll see how we get on. So we're at Venatelli, I think it's called. Venatelli, something like that. Just down here on the lake. Very nice little strip, and we're just going to head off up to Bugalaga, which is a very very well-known mountain airstrip in this region, with a rather legendary slope to it. So we'll see how we get on. If you've never tried this airfield, you'll have some fun, certainly in this aeroplane anyway, and many other short takeoff and landing aircraft. So we'll see how we get on. We'll talk about the panels along the go. This is CH701. It's a joy to fly. It's got a very simple panel, as you can see there, and I guess without further ado, we should get ourselves underway. I suppose it's fair to say that I've added a parking brake. You can see there, just on the left above the fuel selector, a parking brake there that I couldn't find in the actual aircraft, to actually have it come off. So I thought that would be useful for flying. So I've added a parking brake to this panel set. See, we didn't need any flaps there, and the flaps in this aircraft are a little bit different to probably what you're used to. If you've flown it, you'll know what I mean. If not, then it's got a bit of a retraction mechanism. So it's got like a bungee or a rubber band called. I'm not sure exactly on the setup, but it will retract itself if you're above a certain speed. And it's modelled in this aircraft, so if you find yourself not being able to deploy the flap handle is this handle you can just see sort of between the choke and the AH on the lower part of the left panel, over here. If you find yourself not being able to deploy the flaps to certain positions, then it will be because you're too fast, essentially. We're heading out over the lake here. Let's bring the throttle back a little bit. And we'll just lose the panels for a minute. Just enjoy the view here over the lake. See if we can see where we're heading. We'll land at a mountain airstrip somewhere. Hopefully it's the right one. So back to the panels a little bit. As I said, they're quite simple panels, but again, they're nice little couple of panels for the CH701. You see the engine instruments on the right hand side. They're very commonality with a lot of those, in terms of what they are, how they look. But yeah, you've got an RPM, oil temp, oil pressure, or should I say oil pressure and oil temp in that order, looking along the top row, and then on the four on the bottom row, you've got two fuel gauges for your left and right tanks, obviously, a water temperature and a voltmeter. So a nice little set of engine instruments there. And then below the engine instruments is the extent of the the electrical switches and circuit breakers. It's actually got working circuit breakers in this particular aircraft, so you can, for instance, let's try transponder there. You can turn it, pop the transponder circuit breaker. You can see the transponder go on. Push the circuit breaker back in again. It's the power back on. So yes, working switches and circuit breakers, nice little bonus. And then also on that panel you've got the key switch, the usual piston engine key switch with your for your mags. And then to the right of that your Hobbs meter, and then as you'll notice probably in the bottom right hand corner of that panel, and also in the bottom left corner of the left side panel, you'll see there's a door switch. I'm not going to do it while we're in flight, but if you toggle that door latch, one for each of the doors on each side, they will actually open the doors and close and latch them again. If you're flying the variant with the doors, there is, I think, a no door variant. So again, this panel will, like many of the other experimental sim avionics panels, will auto load some of the features and functions and some of the instruments. So if you load the no door aeroplane, then you won't see the door latches because there's no need for them. And there's a similar case for the amphibian model as well, where you've got a landing gear switch on the main panel, and I believe there's a ski variant as well. So I think there's a ski. Oh no, sorry, not ski. What's that? A water rudder. That's what it is. It's part of the amphibian. So you've got a landing gear for the wheels, and then you've got a water rudder handle for the little water rudders on the back of the floats. So they will appear automatically if you load that variant in the simulator on the panel. If not, they're hidden like you see with this panel, because we're in the wheeled variant here because we're heading out to a little mountain airstrip. Around 10,000 from memory, maybe 9.5. Anyway. So onto the left side panel then. There's a little bit more on the left side panel, but not a great deal more. So you've got, I was going to say a 6-pack, but it's not even a 6-pack. You've got the key instruments. So you've got your airspeed and your attitude indicator there. Not in the traditional 6-pack layout where the attitude would probably be at the top there and the airspeed at the left, but you don't have any slip indicator, and you don't have a directional gyro or HSI or anything like that. So you've got a GPS as in terms of moving map, but no CDI or HSI to give you any deviation. But then this is not the sort of flying that this aircraft does. It's very much a bush plane, or at least a short take-off and landing plane. Short distances, navigation. Yeah, so you've got a moving map there. And you've obviously got your common nav radio built into the GNS 430 as well there. You see there's an audio panel above the GNS 430 and a transponder at the bottom, so that's the extent of the radio stack. And then going back to the instruments again then, so we've got airspeed and altitude, and then obviously attitude at the bottom, and your VSI. We're coming up to about 9.5 now, so I think we'll climb to 10 and we'll see how we go from there. And then to make up the rest of the panel on the left hand side, We've got the flaps that I spoke about at the beginning down at the bottom here. This is the flap handle at the very bottom here. There's your other door latch that we spoke about again earlier. There's a choke if you need that for starting. A fuel selector with a both left and right position, obviously off as well. I spoke about the park brake at the very beginning, and then an elevator, a trim switch and an indicator there as well. With a not sure where you're flying. You also got the compass instrument as well there. Pop up, or you can have shown the whole time there's enough space for it. I tend to leave mine like that because that's the area where it is in the panel, centrally and above there. You can see, okay, so we're just coming up to 10,000 now. We're just going to see if we can level off. Trim. See what this one is here. Below us. Going down a bit there, but I don't believe that is the one. So I think where we're going, WX53, which is quite full. Hopefully it won't take us too long to get there. Hopefully it should do. I haven't took the bottom distance that we've just travelled. Further than I thought, but I don't think it's further. I think it's just that this plane is obviously not particularly that fast, so it takes a little bit longer to get here than perhaps in something like the Kodiak or the Caravan. So that volume. Helps a bit with that, and we'll head over to Bugalaga. So I'm going to just climb a little bit more here now, after losing a bit of altitude while I was just looking at that strip. Trying to find out where I was going. Apologies for the lack of prep in the flight planning here, but we'll get there. And this is what this sort of flying is great within the CH701. It really does excel at this sort of flying. So if you got some bush trips planned or coming up, or maybe a group flight where they're doing a lot of short strips, particularly into some mountainous terrain like we get here in Papua, then the CH701 and this panel set for it makes the flying great. So if I remember, depending on the direction that you're coming in here, you have to fly towards a ridge and then do a 180. I don't think we're going to be doing that, or we're just going to come over a ridge and then it should be in front of us, which it looks just looking at the GPS map there, it looks like the runway is in this orientation, but what I'm not sure about is whether or not this is the way in. I believe it is, but I'm not gonna. Say that is the case. So we're at in and around 10,000 feet now. We'll try and maintain that until we get a bit closer. Give me a better idea of what altitude the airfield's at. Feeling it's 9,000 and something, but I might be wrong about that. Like I say, it's been a while. I don't know why it's been a while, because I do love coming here. And was thinking of a place to fly just to show the Zenith CH701 panels and do a quick flight. And I thought, what better place for this type of aircraft? So here we are. Not the easiest places to land, but if you enjoy this type of flying, there's a few of these strips that have been nicely modelled and enhanced on Flight Sim TO for Microsoft Flight Sim, which really does do the terrain and the general scenery in this area. Really does look nice, and it just makes this type of flying so much more enjoyable. So, judging by the distance we're away, I wonder if this is the ridge I was thinking of. The trouble is there's so many. I can see that if you were here, everything would look very familiar, much of the same. You probably get used to certain shapes of mountains and ridges, know where you are. So it helps having a GPS. But the strips themselves are probably quite hard to spot if you don't know what you're looking for. I've got a feeling that this is the ridge that I was thinking of. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, I see the strip. You just see the strip. There's the strip there, just here. There. And so this is the top, and you can't quite see the hill here, and so we're going to need to go out, and this is the ridge I was thinking of, this ridge here. So we're going to need to go out and do a 180, as I said, and we'll fly back round and approach from the other direction. Okay. So I was wrong about the direction I was coming, but I think normally I come in from the left there along that valley, and then I get to that ridge and then just do a 90. I have done in the past, but I have seen this approach before. So the strip is just off our right wing now. Just keep that ridge in sight. You see, it's not letting me put those flaps out yet. Probably because I'm not quite in the flap range. Even the first stage it won't let you on. Apparently this aircraft, a lot of the production models, or production in terms of home built or whatever, they only have one stage of flap anyway. But this one has got the model. There's some competition ones that compete in the V-style type competitions, and they have multiple stages of flaps. There we go. You can get the flap down, and that enables obviously very, very short takeoffs and landings. There you see the strip ahead of us. Now we've done that 180. And you can get an appreciation for the slope there now of the Bugalaga airstrip. Coming in here with one stage of flaps, probably all that's required. We need a bit of momentum to get us up the slope. Don't know if we'll make it in this, but we'll see. But we will get her down. A little high. Nice and short in this. I'm used to having a roll here and then using a bit of momentum to get up the hill, but we'll see how we do. A little bit of power just to get up there. And we're at the top there. So there we go. That is Bugalaga in the Zenith CH701. Great little style aircraft. We'll just get to the top of the ridge here just so we can have a little look down, give you an idea of the slope. I think I've backed off a little bit too far there. And she stopped in the dirt. Our park brake on. There we go. That'll give you an idea of the strip and the very steep ramp that's at the very end of it. I mean, it's got a fair incline anyway on the landing zone, but it gets very steep towards the end here. So I think there's some videos. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some video. Well, definitely some landing videos. I'm not sure if I've seen any takeoff videos. I'm not sure if they take off from up here or they go a little bit further down. I think they take off from up here, but I do remember seeing a video of a caravan coming in here, and I think there was also one of a PC6. So anyway, that's the Zenith CH701 panel set. Just a bit of fun. Nothing too complicated, the panel, as is not the aircraft, but really nice if you want to do this sort of flying and you need some air managed panels for it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon for probably another panel set or two. Thanks again for watching. See ya. Bye.